Team Jer Bear Hoes. And Belly Bitch, we gonna talk about how Conrad is a POS. Conrad is weak as hell. Belly Bitch, you ain't safe neither. We coming for your ass too. How dare you do Jeremiah like that? I don't even know who he is. Laurel ain't safe.
Oh, girl, don't get me started.
Susanna ain't safe. They bitch ass daddy ain't safe. Taylor ain't safe.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, so we going in. The only person that's safe up in this bitch is Jeremiah. I wish a bitch would try to come in the comments and talk about how Jeremiah's a bad person. Girls, we can go at it.
Right.
Because I got time for that.
Right.
It's the season finale. What's up? Hey guys, it's Kahaya and I'm here with my baby sis.
Savin.
And we are Team Jeremiah, bitch. Team Jeremiah up in this bitch. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Team Jeremiah up in this biatch.
1, 2, 3. Team Jer Bear Hoes. And we're gonna tell you why Team Jeremiah is the best team and why Conrad is the worst effing brother ever. Let's get into it. All things the sunrise turn pretty, all things cousins, all things equal opportunists, all things
All things hot brothers.
all things school, I don't care.
All things, who are you?
All things, I released you, Conrad Fisher.
Right.
Like,
I know that's right.
Let's get into it, baby. It was ghetto, was a hot ass mess. Team Jellyfish? Hell to the no. It gave Team Jeremiah as an individual, as a person.
Right.
So you Team Conrad hoes think that y'all's up right now. You think, oh, you just mad and because she got with Belly. No, babe. We're happy. We're up, bitch. Team Jeremiah, we up.
Right.
Because guess what? He is free from the shackles of stomach. Period.
Yes.
Let my man be free and be happy.
Exactly.
In Jesus' name.
Y'all think that y'all were up, but y'all got there very nasty. It was in a very nasty, unclassy way. You know, families were ruined, toes were stepped on.
Very ghetto.
Very ghetto, not cute. Also, y'all literally got that little clip. We got 2 whole seasons with Jeremiah. Also, mind you, before Belly made that decision, she was checking for whose text message, for whose phone call on her birthday that she didn't receive. Yeah. So,
also, Jenny Han tried to sprinkle little things into Jeremiah's storyline this season to make us hate him. Didn't work. Didn't work.
Even if he actually did cheat it.
And what? And what about it? And what about it? My first critique of this season is that Conrad was a miserable, mopey, wallowing in self-pity little boy this entire season. It was annoying. It was ruining the vibes. And you know what? He was like, I finally want to be here for my brother. That's a lie. You were there for Belly. Let's keep it a buck. It never gave, oh, I'm here for Jeremiah. Let's bring the family back together. Let me step into my big brother role and be there for him and be this strong. One thing about Conrad is that he always try to be this little strong hero. Like, he wants pity. That's what it is. He wants pity and he wants to have this facade of being like the bigger person. No, bitch, you're not the bigger person. He was just miserable this entire season and literally made it everyone's problem. If he was miserable and was really the bigger person, he put a smile on his mother's face and keep it pushing for his brother. But instead, he let everybody know how miserable he was frowning every second of every day. It was annoying and it was like, why'd you even come? You should have stayed your ass home because you ruining everything. And he did ruin everything ultimately.
My biggest critique for Conrad this season is his manipulation was up by 1,000.
Yeah.
Everything that he did was extremely, extremely calculated. He knew that if he was around Belly, that he would start his manipulation tactics and would try to break that up. So that's why he tried to stay away from Belly, which is insane. But also, he tried to guilt trip her.
No, he did.
Every single time that she says no, he tries to like guilt trip her. And he tries to make her feel bad. Like even on the beach scene, whenever he was like, "You're getting married at a country club, who are you?"
Yeah.
It's like stuff like
Like,
that. Mind you, he brought that up to her that Jeremiah cheated as an opportunity to get with her. It was not because he was
looking out. Literally heard it, saw it as an opportunity and ran. Like, he hit the jets back home. He was, girl, he was on that in 0.5 seconds. He didn't care not one bit about Jeremiah at all. He has no loyalty. And he does not care about his little brother. The fact that Belly would take him back, even if Belly even cared about Jeremiah, she wouldn't take his little sorry ass back, because that's pathetic. To sit up there and try to ruin your brother's relationship because, oh, you had a little crush on her back. Boy, sit down somewhere. If he was actually the big brother that he claimed he isn't actually a good person, he would buckle down and be like, look, she didn't choose me. If Belly was truly in love with Conrad, it wouldn't be a discussion. It wouldn't be up for debate. She wouldn't go back and forth between him and his brother. No, it would have been a sure thing, and it wasn't. let that be a sign, Conrad, that it's not given. So please calm down and leave her alone, stalker.
He guilt trips her every single time. She says that she doesn't want to be with him. In that moment, she literally told him, go back to Boston, go back to California. I don't care where you go, just leave. And he was like, you're heartless.
Yeah.
You're heartless. You broke my heart last night. That's literally what he said to her. But Belly is not safe either, because even though Belly was pushing him away, she would allow for those little moments to happen because she still wanted to be with him.
And she would feel every second of it too. Take advantage of those minutes. That's cheating. That's cheating.
Yeah, Belly been emotionally cheating on Jeremiah. So if we want to play the whole cheating game, which Jeremiah didn't cheat, because
they were broken up.
Right, they were broken up.
They were broken up, and they broke up because of her, mind you. Anyways,
they were broken up. But if you want to talk about cheating, Belly has been cheating on Jeremiah
since season one.
She's been cheating on Jeremiah since day one.
Yeah.
But even if we just want to talk about the relationship in the third season, she's been emotionally cheating on Jeremiah. And the Christmas thing is one of the biggest moments of that. She'll have a good moment with Jeremiah, and she's like, but I can't help but stop thinking about Conrad. And it's like, that's emotionally cheating. Love. And I feel like Conrad knows that deep down that Belly will always like him more than she likes Jeremiah. And he preyed on that. Yeah. And he preyed on that, and he used that instead of like communicating. I feel like he low-key, because he didn't want to seem like the bad brother, wanted to just let that fall into place instead of being like, I want to be with Belly.
Because he knew it would at some point. Yep.
Because he even said that to Jeremiah. He was like, you really thought that marrying her was going to make her stay? And Jeremiah was like, remember whenever they accidentally met at their mom's grave?
But on top of that, he forces himself in spaces that he's not welcome. Literally, it's her wedding. She asked him, do not come to my reception or do not come to my dinner, and he went anyway.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you? He has no respect. He's gonna do whatever he wants, and he's selfish. He doesn't care about anybody's feelings or how it's gonna affect anyone. He is selfish. He proved that plenty of times.
No, yeah, and also he hasn't grown at all, because one of the biggest issues about Conrad is that he's not gonna tell you how he's thinking or how he's feeling, which always ends up
he's gonna blow up.
Yeah, being collateral damage later on. And one of the biggest, I literally predicted this the day before it happened. Whenever he said the whole beach thing and whatever, literally the next morning he was like, let's just forget about it. Like, I was drunk and like, he constantly does that. He'll drop a bomb and then he'll be like, let's just forget about it.
And Belly flopped his teeth. She said, no, we're not gonna forget about it. Period.
And he was like, I'm letting you off the hook. Letting me off the hook for what you did?
Like, we're not gonna forget that you literally just try to ruin our moment.
Exactly.
Hello?
Yeah, no, and he constantly does that, like, because everything is just so calculated, and he had a motive from day one.
He did.
And he could have communicated that to Jeremiah, especially when Jeremiah gave him the floor to be like, hey, if you like Belly, say something. And he didn't want to say it. And so then he drops these little things to try to make things go his way instead of actually communicating how he feels.
Yeah, it's very immature.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Literally, whenever Jeremiah was always the one saying, I love you, Conrad, and I want you to be happy. And if it's with Belly, then go for it. But when it's switched, and when it's Jeremiah that wants Belly, it's Conrad's like, I hate you. I was praying for your downfall. I can even look at him, like, I hate him. It's like, what the like, are you okay? He's just not this like great person. Oh, I have deep sensitive feelings. No, he's rude, and he does not love Jeremiah at all, and he has proven that plenty of times. Meanwhile, Jeremiah has been treated like shit this entire show, and still has a kind heart and still cares about people's feelings, especially before his own. And it's just like, and the fact that Jeremiah still gave his bitch ass the blessing at the end of the show, oh my gosh.
No, yeah, that was crazy. And the fact that Jeremiah was like, listen, I just want you to be happy, which is what he always says to Conrad, and always gives the opportunity to where he can actually have that happiness. Jeremiah's like, listen, if that's what you want, go get it, but I'm not going to say that I don't have an issue with it. And Conrad didn't even consider that Jeremiah said that he would have a problem with it. He was like, I can have Belly now? Okay, great. Like, literally, he did not care at all. He was on the first plane to Paris.
Mind you, she didn't even ask if she was
uninvited
as hell. Girl, and he fully ruined the entire thing. Obviously, at the end of the day, should Belly and Jeremiah got married at all? No. But the way that it fell apart was fully Conrad's fault.
Yeah.
Like, he ruined everything.
And it's just such a hard watch, too, because it's like, you just know that Jeremiah has known this since the beginning. Like, the whole part of season 2 where he was, like, just rejecting Belly over and over again, because he was like, I know that you really like Conrad more than me. And it's like, well, I can't stand Belly, because Belly really put this, like, bug in his ear that she was gonna choose him always.
Yep, she did.
And that she finally, like, no, it hasn't been about Conrad, it's been about you. And it's like,
he's a fool for her, so he was taking the bait.
Yeah, like, it gave New Moon, because it's like, Bella is over here telling Jacob that she wants to be with him, and then as soon as she has an opportunity to be with Edward.
She
Now she's with
run.
Edward.
Yep.
And it's the same thing with Conrad. It's like Belly no longer had access to Conrad anymore, and so she was all about Jeremiah. And then as soon as Conrad comes back around and they're having moments together, she wants to like stop focusing on Jeremiah, and it's like
completely throws away any bit of anything that they ever had and goes running to Conrad, who literally treats her like shit, runs away from his problems, creates problems, doesn't solve them, is immature, childish. So like, if that's what she wants, bitch, go ahead.
They're both very hot and cold. Like, it's been 5 years since Susanna has, which I'm not saying that they can't still grieve their mom, but he still has the same patterns. He still acts the same. So it's like, are you going to keep on using the excuse that your mom passed away in order for you to like be a bad person? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, and people were saying on TikTok, like, yes, that's a reason for how you're acting, but it's not an excuse. And it's like, Jeremiah was still able to like be a good person while grieving his mom. Mind you,
everyone was treating him like shit.
Right. Including Laurel and including
his
Susanna.
dad.
Yeah.
Like, so rude to him. His big brother, his dad, Laurel, Susanna, just rude. Belly, god damn.
The whole letter thing was
oh my god.
I'm gonna try to describe this in the best way that I can. They'll say just because his intentions were pure, which I don't believe that his intentions are always pure, that makes him a good person.
No.
When it's like, no, like the whole thing with like not telling his family, they're like, well, he was just trying to protect his family. It's like, yes, that's something to consider, but also it's like, we have to also consider the damage that did. Same thing with the whole like him not telling Belly how he feels because he's trying to protect his brother, which I don't think that that's true.
Conrad plays dirty, and he's always played dirty. And the thing is he'll say one thing like, oh, I'm here for my brother, I want to be a good person, and we'll do the complete opposite.
Right.
And he knows that. Like, when he goes into that, he knows that he's gonna like mess things up, and he puts himself in that situation anyway. He'll get what he wants at the expense of everybody, especially Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Like, literally, and it's sick. The fact that Susanna's bitch ass knew that her son wasn't shit and wanted Conrad to be with her over Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Girl! We thought that he was going to have a character development arc around the time where he first got to the house and was like, you know, cooking for Belly and being like standoffish and just minding his business. We were like, is there a development here? Like, he still had an attitude, which is like, okay, whatever, but I guess we'll take what we can get. He was still like, I don't want to come out with you and go wedding shopping because I can't do that. Like, that's not good for me. And so he was being mature right there because he was like, you know, that's a boundary I have. I can't do that. And I respect that. He went back to his old ways in 2 seconds.
Yeah. I can have empathy for Conrad in the sense of like, he has obviously like mental health issues and like he's a very like hurt boy, but I think where I have an issue with him is that people mistake that him having these hidden feelings about her means that he loves her more or treats her better than Jeremiah, when it's like, no, he just doesn't know how to communicate his feelings. I think people feel like that's like yearning, which makes it like more intense. It is yearning, but it's like he hurts people because he is yearning her so badly and can't express that to her. So it's like, I don't 100% hate Conrad, but I don't really love him either. He doesn't know how to deal with his emotions, and he kind of gets in these moments where he'll feel it so intensely that he doesn't care about who he hurts, which is an issue. You have the resources to get better and you don't, and it's like, mind you, he's aware of his issues.
He's stubborn
aware. He's aware, he just refuses to change.
Yeah, okay, I guess I'll say something good about him, whatever. I think that Conrad does have some pros, but he definitely has more cons, in my opinion. I also think he's a hurt boy and he's sad, and I feel for him. But at this point, we're like 5 years into the future. He's a grown-ass man. It's his responsibility to get the help that he needs and to heal himself so he can stop hurting people. Hurt people. The fact that he's like just like stubborn and it's just accepting that he's a mess and it's just like
he
a problem. He fully accepts it. Like, he's so stubborn, he won't change it. That is immature to me. And we were also saying, if he loved Belly like he claims he does, he would heal at least for her.
Yeah, he would get the help.
And he wouldn't, and he's not. So we were saying, does he actually love Belly, or is it like a codependency, obsessive type of infatuation with her? Is it codependency?
I think a lot of it is codependency. Like, we were talking about while we were watching the show, we were like, I don't understand where this even like love thing came from.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere. Yeah. I guess it was because Susanna always like shipped them together, which is like strange within itself because it's like they're like 5. But like, it's like they have only been together because everyone says that they should be together, and they base everything off of nostalgia and like small little dumb stuff that like holds no substance.
The little dinky ass necklace, Pro 21 ass cheap ass necklace, boy. Goodbye.
Right.
Trying to give it sentimental value, girl. That's cheap. It's plastic. Give me a break. Anyways.
It's very codependent, and he definitely uses her to like feel better about himself. It's not, I don't think it comes from a place
it's
of
like a need. It's a need.
Yeah.
It's a need, not a want. We were saying it's a need. not a want.
Because the fact that it's been 5 years and he still hasn't talked to any other girls and like can't get over her, it's like that is needing someone. That is not wanting someone.
Yeah.
Like,
he was like, it literally hurts me, and he was like, it hurts me. I love her so much, it hurts. Boy,
so the
it
fact
shouldn't
that
hurt. You need. That's not okay.
If it gets you to a point to where you literally don't care about your family, your relationship with your brother, like any of that, that's where it gets to a point where it's like, okay, like you're obsessed with her. Yeah. Like that's like not like a, oh, like I just want us to be together. That's like you need her. Which needing someone is not romantic. That's not romantic. No. That means you got some issues and you're using that person to fulfill.
You're like draining that person. Fully.
Yeah, no. And Jeremiah wants Belly. Yeah, he doesn't need Belly.
That we were saying that's the difference. Conrad needs Belly. Jeremiah wants Belly.
And that shows.
And in a healthy relationship, you don't need the other person. You want the other person. It's a choice.
Jeremiah is just such a like, I love a man that is just, who has like genuine self-esteem. You know what I mean? Because even him being able to be like, we're not getting married, like I'm calling this off. That truly came from a place of like, he loves himself and he needs to like take himself out of that situation. Because he's like, I don't want half of you, I want all of you. Because she was like, I'll always love Conrad. Absolutely not. I'm not gonna give you if I have to, you know, you're tug of war with my brother.
If she married Jeremiah, Conrad would be the back of her mind every single day. At Thanksgiving, Christmases, all that, she'll be thinking about Conrad the entire time. And that's we're gonna talk about Jeremiah now. Okay, we are Team Jeremiah, stands through and through. We love Jeremiah.
Right.
Jeremiah is clearly the better brother. If you do not think he is, you need help. You need help.
Genuinely.
Because there's no way on God's green earth you can say that Conrad is better than Jeremiah. Give me a break. And all y'all Conrad stands trying to pull a little shit out of y'all asses to make Jeremiah seem like he's bad. No. And we debunk that shit all the time. Right. Anyways, some critiques about Jeremiah, but there's way more pros than there are cons with him. And that's the difference between him and Conrad. Period. Jeremiah, he's kinder, he's nicer, he is selfless. He considers other people's feelings, sometimes over his own. He's always kept a good heart throughout everything, and every single time that Jeremiah was mad, it was for a reason. Like, he was never just lashing out for no reason. Like, people were picking him apart and being rude to him this entire show, and he never once got nasty unless it was warranted. It took a while for Jeremiah to pop off on Belly. Period.
Yeah, I think the only downfall of Jeremiah is sometimes his insecurity gets to him, but I think that it's not just out of nowhere. He's surrounded by people that constantly make him feel insecure.
And compare him to his brother.
Yeah, and like, because I feel like the only thing that people can say is the whole like him being a bit stank, like in season 3 towards Belly, but it's like she would put him in situations that would make him feel insecure. So it's like, it completely made sense for him to act that way. Like, an example that's coming to my mind is the one about like the beach where she was like, Jeremiah, I could have sworn that was you. And he was like, no, that was my brother. And he was like all like, you know, butthurt or whatever after that. And it's like, it's little stuff like that where it's like, there's a clear like, oh, you like Conrad more than me. And I feel like that makes him act in a certain way to where he's like, now he's insecure and he's kind of acting from that place. I can like not justify, but I can have more understanding for why Jeremiah would act up more than Conrad. And his dad is constantly bullying him.
His dad is the worst person on this show. Okay, I'm gonna say my downside about Jeremiah is I think he's also insecure, but look at the environment they created for him. His parents suck. His dad is the rudest person. Constantly compared him to his brother, made him feel insignificant, made him feel less than. But like, the comparison definitely did swing to Jeremiah, to where he felt like even in his adult years he had to prove himself to his dad. And like, his dad set the tone for him to do that. So it's not Jeremiah's fault. Does he need to heal that? Absolutely. I think Jeremiah needs to grow a backbone. Even though like he's super sweet and I love him for that, he needs to grow a backbone. This entire time that he was with Belly, he knew for a fact she loved Conrad more, and still let himself fall into her arms, let himself catch feelings for her, let them get deep in their relationship. He fully wore his heart on his sleeve and knew that it was bound to break at some point, but just went head first into it. He shouldn't have done that, because now his heart is all wrapped up in this, and now he has to grieve this entire relationship that shouldn't have started in the first place, because he knew that she liked Conrad more. Like, he fully like, you know, bit himself in the ass for that.
But I feel like that's Belly's fault. I feel like that's Belly's fault, because I feel like Jeremiah did stand 10 toes down. Like, the whole second season, he was like, I'm not getting with you, girl. Like, I'm not dating you. And then she kept on feeding him and feeding him and feeding him and showing that she wants to choose him, and that, oh, Jeremiah, it's you. And so it's like, and then he actually sat them down and was like, listen, let me know right now. And she still chose him over Conrad. And it's like, even though he had that deep feeling within himself, it's like, well, I feel like you have to put yourself in his shoes, where it's like, if you really like someone and you're constantly being like, no, like, I just don't want to, but they're just like, no, like, I want you. I mean, I feel like that's very human to be like, okay, like, you know what I mean? And it's not like it was just like a one-time thing where he was like, I don't want to. She was like, I do like you. And then they got together. It was like the whole season she was trying to prove to him that she wanted to be with him. Yeah. And so it's like, I feel like Jeremiah did like try to like really stay within his like beliefs and like knowing that she likes Conrad, but Belly completely used him so that she could get over Conrad and like wanted to feed him this fantasy.
I will say that there's a power dynamic in this situation. Jeremiah was submissive to Belly's dominant. Belly held all the power in this because she knew that like Jeremiah liked her way more than she liked him. So she held the power and she fully took advantage of that entire situation. She took advantage of his feelings for her and like wanted to get over Conrad. So it was the perfect recipe for her to get over him. So she used that to her advantage. As I will blame Belly a lot for that. But even in the depths of hell, if you know somebody's not treating you right, you have to put yourself first and have enough self-respect and love to walk away from that. It takes a lot of strength. They were in La La Land for like a little bit, but it wasn't gonna stay that way. And I think he knew that, but it was hard for him to walk away. And I get it's hard. So I have sympathy for him in that, because I know it's hard to walk away, but you have to have enough self-respect to like realize that like you're worth more and like you deserve more. So that's why I'm saying I feel like he needs to grow a backbone. And that's it.
That's literally
it. I don't think there's any other cons from Jeremiah. Every time that he lashed out on somebody, they deserved it. Whenever he cheated on Belly, that was like, that's the only major up that you guys can tell us that he did. And even then, if you want to be technical, they broke up because of Belly. She lied to him and he found out that she was with Conrad, her ex, over Christmas. The fact that she felt it necessary to keep that a secret says everything I need to know. Says everything. That was cheating. So he broke up with her and lashed out on her because of that. Should he have communicated that to her? Absolutely. Did he not? No, he didn't. He was hurt and did something foul. Should he be held accountable for that? Yeah. But technically they were broken up and Belly needs to take accountability for being with Conrad and keeping that a secret because that was cheating.
Jeremiah told her, like, I thought that we were broken up. Like, it was real for me. Like, that was really what he said. Like,
yeah,
he was
they
like,
said break up.
Yeah, he was like, it was real for me. I thought we were broken up. Like, Jeremiah would never do that if he thought that they were still together.
Yeah, he would never,
And also, if Conrad were to be in that situation, he would have ran away. Jeremiah fought tooth and nail to get Belly back.
Oh my God. This man was on his knees begging. You want to talk about yearner? Yearners are earners. Yearners earn. Jeremiah would have had me back in 0.5 seconds doing that. Yeah, like he didn't run away. That's what I'm saying. Like when Jeremiah up, which is barely, he corrects himself and he fixes, he rights his wrongs, period. He literally was on his hands and knees and like for weeks was not leaving her alone. He was like, we need to fix this. He was fighting for it. He didn't run away like a coward. He fought for her back and got her back, period. And the fact that like that's the only thing y'all have against Jeremiah, and that was the only thing that Conrad had over Jeremiah's head. Meanwhile, Conrad, and once again, we're talking about cheating. You want to talk about cheating? This little bitty ass shit in comparison to all the bullshit that Belly has done to him, all the bullshit that Conrad has done, I don't want to hear cheating, because we can play the cheating game. He had one mishap out of the millions of others that these motherfuckers have done, so I don't even want to hear it. And even when Jeremiah had his little villain arc when like he was mad at Conrad, it lasted for 2 seconds. It lasted for 2 seconds because he can't be mean forever. Like that's not Jeremiah. Like period.
First of all, not even in Jeremiah's character, we're gonna blame Jenny Han on this.
Oh yeah,
because Jenny Han. Oh my gosh, the hummingbird.
Talk your shit, girl.
Jenny Han. Listen, I'm tired, sick. As an avid TV show watcher, I am sick and tired of writers just writing in random things, move the plot along, or to like make us feel a certain way. That was so out of character for Jeremiah. Jeremiah would never do that. But Jenny Han needed some material to make us hate Jeremiah, which didn't work. She needed us to hate Jeremiah. She needed us to want to choose Conrad. So she did something that was out of pocket that Jeremiah would never ever do, so that we could be Team Conrad. Like, girl, I'm not
no, it didn't work. She tried and it didn't work. No, and that's how you know she's Team Conrad, girl. Anyways, girl, she really tried it and it never worked. It never did. Because first of all, in my opinion, it's excusable. Yeah, it was out of character. It made no sense. She didn't even like maneuver a way for it to make somewhat kind of like, it made no sense. Like, what do you mean Jeremiah cheated? Like, we were like, what?
It was just like very random.
Like, at a frat party? Give me a break. Come on.
It's the whole storyline where it's like, oh, Jeremiah's just whatever, which is like, that never really made sense.
Never gave.
Like,
oh yeah, he's like this player.
Yes, like, That's like a part of his like trope, which I completely forgot
me
about.
too.
I was like, oh, like what? Even if Jeremiah became this villain, I still would be Team Conrad. So I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah. The fact that he took Conrad out of his life and Belly out of his life, two people that made him feel like the most insecure, and he tried to take his dad out of his life too, but his dad, you know, he bombarded himself into everything. But Jeremiah is with a girl who loves him and who validates him and tells him that he's a 10 and tells him that he's great, and it's like he's pursuing the things that he wants to pursue. I feel like Jeremiah had his rough patches, but I feel like he actually like took the time to feel his emotions, get them out, communicate how he feels towards both of them. He told Belly, listen, I don't want to talk about the past, we're good, whatever. He told Conrad, listen, you can be with Belly, but we're not gonna be cool. And then he moved on with his life.
He put it to rest, packed it up, left it out to dry, and moved the
He had great character development.
He
and
did.
Like,
he finally chose himself.
Yeah, he chose himself.
That is the one of the things that Jenny Han got right. And if she made it to where Belly ended their marriage, that would have pissed me off so bad, girl. Oh, she knew. Because if it was Belly, girl, it would have made me sick to my stomach. I'm so happy and proud and here for it.
Yes.
So, Team Jeremiah, our man is free and he's happy. That's all we could ask for.
Yes, and Conrad deserved that punch. I saw people on TikTok being like, he didn't have to punch him.
No, he did. I wish he would have done more.
He did, right.
Right.
Conrad need his
The little baby ass punch,
like somebody need to give it
Long
to him.
overdue.
Yeah.
Long overdue.